Guys, I'm going to make a chunky stone. Now, an actual chunky stone would have been carved out of stone so that it wouldn't, you know, be degraded by the elements. But that would take a really long time. It would be really hard. So we're going to just simplify and make it out of some air dry clay. But that means you're not going to be able to use it on wet or hard ground. Pretty much dry grass only. If you put it on hard ground, it's just going to break and shatter. Oh, here's one I made earlier. If you put it on wet grass, it's going to turn back into soft clay. So the goal is to make something that's gonna roll. You give it a good push. So that means you and your neighbor are going to work together so none of this clay hits the ground. So if you're rolling it across, your neighbor needs to be across from you to make sure it doesn't fall off, and you need to work together to do that. Okay? So first, you're going to need to make it into a disc. If you already have a ball, you can kind of just squash it a little bit. And to do that, I'm just going around in a circle and giving a gentle squeeze over and over again. And then once it's generally in a disc shape, I'm going to start rolling it on the table to get any lumps evened out. You don't want any lumps on it. And this is where you're going to maybe want to start kind of practicing. If it only rolls in one direction, then you need to smooth that side out. So you want it to roll straight. You can make the center kind of indented, and then I'll give you more clay around the edge. You can even make a hole in the middle if you want, like a donut. Maybe I'll do that with this one. Boop. Now if you do that, don't let it get too skinny. You still want it to be nice and strong for rolling. That's pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to kind of have fun smoothing it out and decorating it before I test it a few more times. It's rolling pretty good. I'm going to put like a little notch design around the inside. Kind of some speed lines to look like it's gonna roll fast. Kind of fun. So you can decorate it however you like, but remember the edges need to be smooth so it can roll. Feel any lumps? Oh yeah. And just go back and forth and smooth them out. Alright, so there's my new chunky stone. And I just need a spear and some friends, and I can play chunky out on the grass. Whoa. Okay, guys. Have fun. Bye.